Hey guys, what's going on? Um, I wanted to make a video as we have seen Bitcoin reach levels that it hasn't been in 6 months. So Bitcoin hit $6,400 just a couple of hours ago, and that's where the next major resistance line looks like. Um, it's quite an interesting time as we've had quite the capitulation down to 3,200, and to put things in perspective, that's 100% up for anyone who caught the bottom, or anyone who's held through the bottom. So pretty tough times for around that 3,400 4,000 level, but we're seeing a bit of recovery. But the more interesting question for me at the moment is, without a doubt, I think we're going to see some retracement from the 6,400 level. That seems to be the monthly or high time frame resistance right around that level. So if you're in Australia, that's right around the 9,000 Australian. Um, I bought some Ethereum probably around the 153 and then 164 level. So averaging out at 158, 159. And I'm hoping that altcoins will follow, or some of that money will transfer over to alts. But to be honest, most people on Twitter and most people in general are saying that they're expecting further nukes to not only Bitcoin but then altcoins as well. And then you've got people on the other end of the spectrum that are saying that Bitcoin is going for that, going for another 20 or 30%, ready for another parabolic move up to $10,000. I think when this kind of euphoria sets in to this, to the space, I start getting very nervous and I start thinking about doing the opposite. So it was a good idea to buy Bitcoin, obviously a few months ago. At this point, it probably makes sense to slowly buy alts, but to be honest, it's very likely that we'll see the Sats ratio against Bitcoin cause further drops in altcoins. However, it's looking at some of the majors like Monero, we're falling below resistance points, right? So at 0.01, and then looking at Ethereum very close to its lows of I think 0.023 sats, and even Ripple taking a massive beating. I think against Bitcoin the sats are going to drop further, but if you look at the charts, it's suggesting that now is probably not a bad time to buy alts. You're probably going to bleed in, see further drops in the short term, but I think that money is going to move into alts from Bitcoin. With it's a pretty interesting time, I have to say, especially with the $40 million that was hacked out of Binance. 7,000 Bitcoins just taken out of one of the largest exchanges, and it's great PR and I guess the responses from CZ himself, but it does fascinate me that we've blasted through 6,000, even though we've had the FUD around Tether, and then we had the CZ or Binance hack. It's just crazy times, but hopefully we see some of that money transfer into alts. What alts am I looking at the moment? I think Litecoin, with the halvening in August, I think we will see potentially further pumps in the short term. Has it been priced in yet? I'm not too sure, but if we see further drops, Litecoin is probably going to be one of the ones that is going to bleed quite a bit, considering against Bitcoin it has done relatively very well in 2019 compared to a lot of other alts that have taken a beating. So looking at Litecoin in the short term, but potentially dropping it if we have a big crash. I've got Ethereum that I'm targeting, that 190 to 200 level, and then further to that, I'll just quickly see what I charted here. So further to that, $200 resistance for Ethereum, and then 392. I'll probably be selling 15 to 30% of my Ethereum at that 200 level if we get close to that. And with Litecoin, not too sure yet. What do you guys think? Look, I'll quickly show you my chart. So actually, you can't see very well because I've got the camera on my phone and it's showing it backwards, but yeah, the support there around the resistance around the 200 level, support at the $108 level, and then further resistance at 392. So hoping to see a bit more money come in. As a strategy, I'd say, if you've been holding out, it's probably not a bad time to dollar cost average in over the next couple months. Look at it this way: Bitcoin is having a halving, in about 9 months. So that's sort of the time frame in which you can dollar cost average in, leading up to that, and then taking some profits there. But what do you guys think? Are you guys back into crypto? Are you guys purchasing any alts? Are you guys holding Tether? Have you been holding Bitcoin and recently taking profits? If you have, that's wicked. What else is going on? I'm wearing a jacket because here in Melbourne it was freezing today. Real gloomy, 17 degrees, raining, and it's a Friday night, so just gonna hang out and do a bit more research, looking at stocks like Tesla on my last video, but getting very interested in crypto again, guys. Thanks for watching, and peace. See you guys.